My name's Faye West and I'm an illustrator. I've been doing it for around 5 years now since I graduated, and I'm slowly building up a little bit more of an established kind of career. I don't really like to say career because I don't feel like it is, but I'm kind of getting there, trying to get my illustrations out and seen.
And you, are you actually one of the few people who specifically studied fashion illustration, I think, aren't you? Can you tell me a bit more about your course and how you learned how to do what you do?
There was a course available with fashion illustration in the title at Epsom in outside London. And I think it was the only place at the time that was doing fashion illustration rather than just illustration or just doing fashion marketing or journalism. I don't think they really focused enough on fashion illustration considering it was in the title. I would have actually benefited a lot more doing a general illustration course. My only worries was that I just wanted to make sure I was doing portraiture and figure drawing, because all throughout my time studying art, even from back to when I was doing GCSEs, there was never any emphasis on portraits or figure drawing, which is what I love to do.
How do you create your fashion illustrations? What's the process?
I just use a pencil and sketch the figure out. A lot of the time the face features will normally not look anything like the image I'm copying from. It normally ends up looking like somebody I might have kind of been interested in the looks of at another time, and it just kind of happens accidentally. But I pencil it out first and then add the watercolours. And then lately I've been experimenting a lot more now that I've got myself established with my computer and scanner and printers and things. I've been experimenting a lot more with Photoshop to create a bit more out of it rather than just being a simple watercolour sketch, so that's been really fun. Well, I decided to move back to Devon after about 6 years in London because firstly I just felt that working as I wasn't having any time to actually get on with anything creative, because I'd get home from work after about an hour and a half on the tube in the bus, and by the time I'd got home I'd normally be so tired that I just didn't have any energy or want to actually do anything and sit down and do anything drawing wise. And also the distractions of just always wanting to go out and socialise just meant that my illustration always seemed to take a bit of a back burner, which I didn't really like. I thought it would be nice to be back around family and old friends and be back in Devon as an adult rather than a kind of young girl that couldn't wait to get to London. So that was kind of the beginning of me coming back. At the time it was a temporary idea, but I'm just going to keep an open mind as to where I'll go next. But at the moment, it's quite nice to be back in Devon. It is very rural, so basically the internet is just my main kind of window into anything that's creative or inspirational for my work. So I wouldn't be able to do anything without the internet, because it's just the easiest way to network with other people and just to kind of get information on things that are happening culturally or in the world. So if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be able to really be where I am at the moment with my illustration. I joined Restless Artist Agency just before I left London. One of the goals I set myself was to join an agency. So if I'd have left London, I think without one, I would have felt a bit like I was returning to Devon with a tail between my legs after wanting to go off and do fashion illustration. So it's definitely helped me feel linked to being part of everything.
Your work for the book, you did some images from Andrea Cruz and then have turned that into a textile design. What inspired that sort of like interactive approach to some of your illustration?
I've just been really open to any avenue where I can use my illustration to just kind of start new projects. So when I was on Twitter, someone was chatting amongst themselves about if they could recommend any good companies that could print onto fabric, and I've always wondered about this, and I'd never done anything like that at university or anything. So it's called Spoonflower, and it's an American-based website, and most of the fabric they use is organic cottons.
And where could people see your illustrations?
Well, we've obviously through Amelia's magazine, but I've also as of today, one of the shops in Exeter called No Guts and No Glory. They have a kind of collection of Devon-based artists and graphic designers doing T-shirts and prints and things like that. And they've just started selling my postcards today, and I'm hopefully going to do a few more projects with them as well.